It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got the Chargers leader at quarterback.
After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Golden Eagles, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Chargers of San Antonio and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they
here. And off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Chargers had 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes,
touchdown, Chargers! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that, will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back out comes San Antonio. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That is caught, and he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Shifts by him. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. But, Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
On play action, they'll throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. (21-0) our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
And the San Antonio 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. 47 yards. And the Golden Eagles are able to claw one back.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, This blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. There's a nice move. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are pouring it on. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chargers.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half, I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Second and 4 at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 4. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 yards to go.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down, Chargers.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the San Antonio 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Able to fight through one tackle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll look to throw here. That is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. This is 2nd and 8. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Gets around him. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. We're down in this part of the field, CD. They'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will cut this lead down to 25. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this to the 46.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll take it inside the 25.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And the Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Chargers getting set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd down.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week